feel that spring has arrived comes differently to different people. To a gardener, spring is the blooming of garden flowers. To a forester, spring is when tree canopies have filled with new green leaves. To a farmer, spring means corn is up and growing. To a meteorologist, the feel of spring is when dew points start climbing. Wednesday morning, dew point temperatures bumped up into the low 60s across southern Oklahoma, and morning dew points were in the high 50s at many locations in central and northern Oklahoma. The dew point temperature change from Tuesday morning was dramatic. Across southern and central parts of the state, many dew point temperatures were 18 to 20 degrees higher in the 24 hours between Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. For plant pathologists, spring's arrival means an increasing chance for disease problems. On Wednesday, the very first pecan scab infection hour was recorded in Oklahoma at Hugo. Infection hours require warm, humid conditions. Soils are warming. On Wednesday, 7 locations had 3-day, 4-inch bare soil temperature averages at or above 70 degrees. Tipton, Waurika, Ringling, Ardmore, Bernieville, Ada, and Bowlegs. Only 4 sites had 3-day soil temperature averages in the 50s, and those were sites in the Panhandle. Here's Gary with a look at drought conditions and our water year so far.
Thanks, Alan. Good morning, everyone. Well, last week I promised you more improvements on the drought monitor this week, and sure enough, those came through. Let's take a look at the latest map and see what we have. So much of northwestern Oklahoma has now been improved to either abnormally dry conditions or moderate drought conditions. Now that's a great improvement from the extreme drought we saw in the Panhandle and also the severe drought that we saw over much of that part of the state. Now we still have drought going strong in eastern Oklahoma and in some cases possibly even intensifying, but for now it's a much better map than what we've seen the last few weeks, and hopefully we can get some more rain and continue those improvements. Two of the things we're dealing with are the discrepancies between the long-term rainfall and these deficits versus the short-term rainfall that we've seen over the last couple of weeks. If we look at the 30-day percentage of normal rainfall map, this is for March 13th through April 11th, we do see much of the northwestern half of the state, at least 120% to even in cases more than 200% above normal for that time frame. That's significant because we are getting into the wet part of the season. This goes back to October 1st through the present time frame. We see deficits from central Oklahoma all the way across much of eastern Oklahoma, but also near normal to deficit conditions across northwestern Oklahoma. So as we try to put together those two different rainfall accounts, that's how we come up with the latest drought monitor map. And we also use help from our experts in the field. So from those local county offices, we love to get input from those folks to tell us exactly what's going on out in their part of Oklahoma. So as I said, all we need is more rainfall to reinforce the improvements that we've seen recently, and hopefully we can continue to wipe out the bad colors on that map. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.